everyone, it's Michelle with Stamping with Michelle. I am here with another Learn to Stamp video. Today I'm going to show you how to make this triple cube card. In the video here it's kind of hard to show you what it looks like, but it's got these tubes and then it actually folds up completely flat so that it will slide into a standard envelope. So let's go ahead and get started. I am first starting with a piece of Poppy Parade cardstock. It is cut 5.5 by 8.5. It has been scored at 2, 4, 6, and 8 inches. And then you want to fold on all the score lines. I am going to use, for this part, the Stamp and Seal Plus. This one is a little bit stronger, and so will hold better for a 3D such as this card. So I'm putting adhesive right along that 1/2 inch strip, and we are now going to just close this up. This makes the center column like that. Next, I have 2 strips of cardstock. They are cut at 2 inches by 10.5 inches and then scored at 2.5, 5, 7.5, and 10. What I actually like to do when I'm making these cards is I will cut a piece that is 4 inches by 10.5, score it all up, and then cut it in half. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm putting Stamp and Seal Plus on the little 1/2 inch tab, and we're going to close this one up. There, and I've already done the second one. Now we are going to take these and attach them to the center cube. So let's put Stamp and Seal Plus here. We're going to attach it. On the bottom here like that. Make sure it's straight. And then we're going to do the second one. Right next to it. This is hard to do and be able to keep it on camera, so I'm trying here. There we go. So that is your basic shape for your card. Now, bring back my original in. We have these pieces here that pop out of the center. And what I have actually done is I have little tabs on the back that hold them in place. Otherwise, you couldn't really attach those. You can't attach it to the center. There's nothing to attach it to. So that gives you something to attach those to. So we're going to add those little tabs next. These are strips of cardstock. They are, what did I cut them at? 1/2 inch by 1, I do believe. I didn't write that measurement down. And then you fold them in. And again, I'm going to use the Stamp and Seal Plus and attach a little bit of that to it. And then we are going to put these right centered so that the fold is against the fold and it's attached like so. So let me go ahead and attach the other 3. There's 2 here on this top portion, and then there's 2 more on the inside of the bottom. These are a little bit trickier. You got to kind of get your hands onto the inside. I've already added the adhesive here, so you wouldn't have to watch me do that part. There, so there's my tabs on that part. Now we're just ready to decorate this. So I'm using the Designer Series paper. This is the Berry Delightful Designer Series paper, and using several different patterns. I've layered it onto Granny Apple Green cardstock. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to switch now to my regular Stamp and Seal and use that. So these here go along the top, and when I attach these, I'm covering up the inside of that tab, but of course leaving the top part of the tab sticking out so that I have something to attach my circle to. And we'll put this one on the other side like this. All right, and then I have all of my other ones here ready to go. I've already added adhesive. I didn't figure you would like to watch me attach them with adhesive. I like to use the same Designer Series paper on the fronts, and then a different paper goes on the top here, just to make it a little bit more interesting. And that one's gonna go on the other side. And then I also like to attach Designer Series paper on the insides. I'm using the same design as is going to be on the top. I'm not layering these. You certainly could. There's lots of possibilities. I've also done these cards where I didn't layer the Designer Series paper at all. So that is entirely up to you and what you want it to look like. And these are going to go on the inside bottom. Hope you can see what I'm doing here. All right, so there, we've got all of our Designer Series paper layered on here. Next, I have some of the strawberries that I have stamped and cut out with the Strawberry Builder Punch. I'm going to attach that to the front, like so. And now we're going to add our components to the center. I have found that I like to use mini glue dots. You need to be very careful if you put adhesive. So I've got my circle here. This is the 2 1/4 inch circle punch. I've stamped the strawberries and the flowers, punched them out. They're got dimensionals on there. If I were to add adhesive directly to the back of the circle, I need to be very, very careful that I'm only getting it like right in the very center here where it's going to attach to these tabs. Otherwise, it's going to end up sticking to your card and you're not going to be able to open and close it. So in order to avoid that, I'm finding that I like to use glue dots, and I can just stick a glue dot here. On each of these tabs. I think while I've got them in my hand, I will go ahead and do it on the bottom ones as well. There, so I've got my glue dots on there now. Now I can just take this circle, you can actually open it up and kind of fold it flat and just press it right down in, and then it's going to be exactly where it needs to be, and you don't have to worry about the adhesive sticking to it. For my sentiment, I have the greeting hello there, and it has been punched with the Treasure Tags Pick a Punch, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to attach this on the inside, and I'm going to finish it off by taking a strip of Whisper White or basic white cardstock, whichever you have on hand. This is 1 3/4 by 5 1/4, and I am going to attach this on the back of the cube right here, and this is where I could stamp a sentiment. I would have stamped a sentiment ahead of time, or it's just a place for you to sign it. So you could sign it with your greeting, or again, stamp a sentiment or whatever. So there you go. That is the triple cube card. I hope you have enjoyed. You can order any of these supplies by going to my website at www.michellebreton.com. Thanks a lot and have a great day.